Hello, my name is Maybe so maybe you should so. Okay, today I am going to be cooking. I did earlier have a sandwich. I am hungry again because I ate that at like 5 and it is now 9 and I'm hungry again. I just wanted to show y'all my makeup. I went ahead and did my makeup. Um, it'll make sense later, but I have a new video that I'm working on, like a music type video. Um, and this is gonna be the makeup for it. Just a little sneak peek. That's all I'm giving you, though. You'll have to wait. Today, I'm going to be doing something pretty simple. I think what I'm going to do is rice, um, shrimp, and probably a veggie. I'm trying to start eating healthier. I think meals like this will help because it's something I like, and I also get to like try new things. I have like a whole bunch of random stuff in my fridge, so I'm just going to pick things that sound good and try them out. So even though these are things I've had before, they're not things I've had before together, if that makes sense. So I'll be back to go and get those items. So here are the items I have. I'm not obviously. I'm just gonna say it right now. I'm not sponsored by anything. I wish, but these are the things I have. Here is the rice. It's just some rice I got from a food pantry. Uh, it's it's pretty good. I like it because it really does only take like about 5 minutes to make it, and it is late at night, so I figured this would help. Have potatoes. These are sweet potatoes, frozen. Um, I usually get frozen veggies because they last a lot longer, and because I don't have the ability to get food every week, I have to make all my food last. So, frozen veggies. I am going to put some frozen shrimp in there. I don't think I'm going to use the whole bag. I'll probably just use like half of it, and I'm going to fry them, by the way. But first, I'm going to start with putting these in some water so they can thaw. I used about half of it, there's still half left. I was going to keep the shrimp in the sink, but I also remembered that I need to wash my rice, so I'm gonna do that. Then I'll sit it in there. So now that the rice is sorry, I was checking to make sure I was still recording. Okay, now that the rice has been washed and I have my shrimp behind me thawing, I am going to preheat the oven for my sweet potatoes. I like roasting my veggies or vegetables. Um, I just they taste better that way. I've tried frying them and I just don't like the texture. So um, roasting has been something that's helped. So I'm gonna do that. Okay, so here is the pan I'm gonna use for my potatoes. I'm gonna go ahead and like break them up. Actually, they're all kind of stuck together, and then I'm going to put them on there. I'm probably also gonna only do half of this bag too. I prefer to eat them a little fresher in a sense. Now, for the seasonings, I put kind of a lot of different things on there. I usually use butternut squash, but since sweet potatoes is all they had at Aldi, this is what I'm gonna work with. But I'm gonna use some of this. It's a Tony Chachere's. I don't know if that's how you say it, but this is what I use, the Creole seasoning original. I think they have like a spicy, a mild, and some just like some other ones in the same brand. But this is the one my mom always used, so I'm used to this one. Then also gonna use chili powder, just regular run-of-the-mill chili powder. And then I'm also going to use some steak seasoning. Also just like a generic steak seasoning. And even though this pan has some oil in it, I am going to put just a tiny bit of like oil onto them. It's like a drizzle, I guess. And this is really just to keep them from burning. Especially like the seasoning, because some of the seasoning will fall to the bottom. And now that's done and it's ready to go in the oven. It's almost time for me to put it in the oven, just a few more minutes. Okay, hopefully my mic is working. Okay, so now I'm just going to fill this pot up with water. I usually use like my medium sized one, but it is not clean right now. So I'm just going to stick with using the bigger one. Doesn't really hurt it. It just kind of feels like a waste of a dish, but it'll be fine. Okay, so now I just like, usually for rice, since it needs to be in boiling water, I usually put it like a little past like 6 on my oven anyways. And I also turn on my fan. What I've learned in my smaller kitchen, it's like, this is a small apartment. Things tend to smoke like this. I don't know if you can see it, but it is like smoking right now. And that smoke really bothers like my sinuses and my allergies. So whenever I put on the fan, it just like helps ventilate and like allow me to be closer to this without having like issues in my face region. Hello, my mic died at this point. Did not know it. So basically I just put my potatoes in the oven and then peeled my shrimp. They still have the tail on them, so I peeled them and washed my hands. That's all. Sorry, that was very violent. Sorry if the audio is a bit different now. The mic that I was using decided that I didn't charge it and that it's not going to work. And that goes for both of them. I had two. None of them work. So, earbud. So, I apologize if it's terrible now. So now I have got all the peelings off the shrimp. I'm going to season those. Here is the shrimp. I'm going to put on some seasonings now. Okay, so I'm going to stick to like 3 different ones. So I'm going to use the Tony's again that I showed before. And I'm also going to use some onion powder. And then lastly, some regular run-of-the-mill Cajun seasoning. So now, I'm going to put the shrimp into my pan. I'll show you my pan. So right behind this is like a rolling boil. I need an actual boil, so almost there though. But here is the pan. I've got some oil already in it, and I usually try to keep my meats low because it keeps them from drying out whenever you cook them. I can't believe it took me this long. Like, I'm 23 and it took me this long to figure that out. But yeah, if you keep your meats at a low heat, they're less likely to be dry by the time they're fully done cooking. So, time to put in the shrimp. So I'm gonna let those cook. I'm gonna get the lid for it. I'm gonna let those cook for a minute. Wait for this to boil, and then in a few minutes I'll take out the sweet potatoes out of the oven. Um, so I will be back in like a few minutes. I want to see that the shrimp is being cooked, so that's gonna take a minute. The water to boil will take probably 5 more minutes, and my veggies were frozen, so I want to make sure those cook all the way before I actually take them out. I have been very disappointed in taking them out too quickly, so I'm gonna try not to do that this time. All right, I'll see you in a few. Okay, now we have gotten somewhere. I can now put my rice in, and this is what my shrimp look like. That was hot, sorry. But yeah, they're pretty much done. I am still like toss them around a little. Sorry, the steam's in the way. But yeah, that's the shrimp. I'm gonna put in the rice really quick. If I can do that. There's a little bit left in there, but it's okay. I'm just gonna wait for this. This, of course, will only take 5 minutes, so I'm not too worried about this. It is a lot of water though, so I will pay attention to it. Sorry. Now I'm gonna get out the sweet potatoes from the oven. Okay. This is what they look like after coming out of the oven. I think I did pretty well. I didn't really burn anything besides like the teeny tiny pieces like these right here. And those up there. Besides that, some of them are a little crispy, but I don't mind it. I don't want to have a frozen one in my mouth again. That's what I did last time. That's all I do with that. I don't really do anything else to them. Sometimes I'll add like more seasoning if I think they aren't seasoned enough. So I guess I will taste test one of them just to make sure I have seasoned them enough. And I'll wait on my rice. Then I will come back to like plate these. I'm gonna test to see if I can even bite into this right now. It's actually pretty good. Okay, so now both my rice and my shrimp are done. I'm gonna turn the heat off of my shrimp and also the rice, and I'm gonna drain the rice. Okay, now I'm gonna turn off my fan and plate my food. Okay, the rice is still dripping, but here's the rice, and everything else is still on the stove top. For my containers, I'm gonna put it in this like bowl I got from, I forget where I got this from, but I think it was just like a market. I got it from a market, and then I got this from just like the grocery store. Just a little separated tray. Even though everything's probably gonna be eaten together. But yeah, I'm gonna put my rice in here. I didn't fill it up all the way, but I think that's enough rice for me. I'm gonna, as for seasonings for the rice, I'm just gonna put on the chausserie since everything else has seasonings already on it, and I don't want too much seasoning on everything. But there's my rice. Sometimes I'll put on some butter. It just really depends on the day. And I think I'm going to use eat all of the shrimp. So I'm just gonna place those like right beside my rice. Now this may be a little bit weird to other people, but when I have like a leftover juice from like the meat I cook, I put like a little bit of it, especially since there's not a lot, I put it over my rice. Like so. Then I get my veggies. Sorry, I'm trying to see if the thing is hot. I can't tell. So I'm just gonna use this. And I'm just gonna put it in one of the little tubes. And I just saved a little bit for tomorrow. I'm probably gonna eat it for breakfast or lunch. So yeah, I'm just gonna save some of the veggies for tomorrow. I think I'm gonna put some butter into my rice. So give me 1 second. I got some Irish butter. It's probably my favorite kind of butter. Not necessarily the brand specifically, but I do like the type of Irish butter. It's just good. Got like that much. And I did forget this time, but usually when I cook my shrimp, after it's like cooked halfway, I put garlic in there, just some minced garlic on it. But it's okay, I don't need it. It just tastes good. Okay, here is my plate for today. Sorry for like the messiness of it everywhere, but yeah, this is my plate. I think it's gonna be delicious, but I'll show you like me taking a bite in a few. I also just I wanted to quickly show y'all how much rice I actually made. It like fills up a to-go container that I'm reusing, and I think that's just insane. So I'll probably use it over the next week, or not even week. This probably lasts longer than that. But yeah, anyways, I just wanted to show you that. So here is me taking a bite. Gonna grab shrimp. Then I got some rice on there now. This is actually really good altogether. It's actually really good. It is getting late, and I do need to get some sleep so that I can start job searching tomorrow. So I am going to sign off for tonight. Please let me know if you like videos like this. I would love to cook on a video. I love cooking. So this is never a problem if this is something y'all like to see. Yeah. I'll try to cook something like a new recipe next time. That way it's a little bit more interesting. But I will see y'all in the next video. And please like and subscribe if you like content like this. Bye-bye.